Hi, this is Raghu here. I currently head Agrico Group as a CEO. I'm working as a CEO, and we have offices in UK, Australia, Dubai, and the US. And we are currently headquartered in Bangalore. Today, I wanted to really talk about my experience with Sandeep sir's magic. I really feel that I should talk my heart out. We met up, Sandeep. It was a very accidental meet. I met him in the year of 2017. I really absolutely had no idea what he's working on or how he's going to change my life. So I went to really sell a residential plot to his house, and there I happened to see a lot of objects, and then feeling little inquisitive, I started. So I saw a lot of objects in his house, and then feeling little inquisitive, then I asked him to visit my house back in 2017. In the year 2016-17, I went through a lot of financial hardships. I had just then moved back from the US. I had started my own business, and I was trying on a lot of things, and nothing was working. So he visited my house, and he started checking a lot of points that had a lot of negative that started to impact our life past 2-3 years. So he did ask us to make a few changes, not really big ones, and we did that. Honestly, we did that, and we started seeing a lot of positive effects on our life. Things started rolling out. We started pushing a lot of inventory of plots that we had. A lot of financial burden started falling off, and health started improving. And even when financial hardships happen, there'll be a lot of toll on the relationship. So when the financial burden is off, the relationship started getting better. And really, after he visited and made few changes, I could visibly see a lot of improvements in our house in career front. And this followed by, I asked him to again visit my brother-in-law's preclinical lab, which he had set up in Devnali. Even he was going through a lot of hardships. His project was not moving. He was not getting investors. So Sandeep was kind enough to come and visit us. Honestly, my brother-in-law didn't even have a money to pay Sandeep. So he visited. He asked us to put a copper rod, which he himself does it. And honestly, 15 days after he put a copper rod, there was a big investor who came in and invested in the preclinical lab, and today they're clocking a revenue of around 1.5 crore. So this absolutely, if I tell somebody, they wouldn't believe it, but this is my really deep experience that happened. So after this, what happened? So we started talking like the good effects, the positive effects that Sandeep is bringing onto the table. Is asking to make little changes for us, and if those changes are. So after the lab, now currently my brother-in-law is heading Apollo Biosciences preclinical lab, and recently they even tested a COVID vaccines in their lab. So he's doing pretty good, and trust me, honestly, from the deep bottom of my heart, I thank Sandeep for this. So after this, what happened? We had an industrial go down, which had not, we couldn't let it out for rent for almost 3-4 years. So after the lab, we took Sandeep to the industrial shed, and there he put us, I think, 2 copper rods. And you wouldn't believe, 15 days after he put, we got a Decathlon as a client to own our building for a rental income. So these 3 incidents was just out of a miracle, I would say. And then after this, like I said, we had a lot of inventory in terms of plots. After demonetization, we went through a really bad phase. We couldn't move a lot of plots. And then we took Sandeep to this place where we had developed a residential layout. And there he had been saying this since the beginning, that there is a lot of negative energy in the land itself. So he was suggesting us to put some copper rods, which he did. And in a month's time, the 3 acre was sold out, and and 3 crore property was sold out, and we could buy another factory from that proceeds. So all in all, I have seen Sandeep since 2017. It's been almost 3 years, and he's solved major problems that we were facing. A lot of times what happens is, like, you're putting a lot of efforts, you're putting in doing everything, but some things sometimes it's not working out. And Sandeep is like a miracle for us. He's worked for us wonders. He does suggest a few changes, minor changes, and if it requires some major changes, then he would also suggest how to do it. And just a small incident of a placement of a clock, or wearing a clock which is not running can really push you backward. Those kind of little changes that we do can bring a big results. So it's all thanks to Sandeep, and I wish him a big success. And what I really like is he's changing people's lives, because like me, there's a lot of people who get stuck and have no idea how to come out of it, which happens in everybody's life. And Sandeep is trying to pull those guys out of it, and he's doing a very good job. He's changing people's life. I wish him all the best, and I highly recommend Sandeep. So every time